Hello everyone, this is another tutorial though. This one, I'm going to show you how to turn a baritone saxophone to a clarinet and a Nelinda at the same transposition. Not same pitch, but transposition. So, I've already shown you how to do this one right here. I mean, you've already seen that one, but what you don't know is if I do this, yeah, so this is the result from the last one. And so this is another saxophone right here. And now let's get started. First you need like 7 untitles. So over here. So now you need to go to this one right here. Oh wait, actually let me close one first because you already seen it. Now this one over here. Just copy this and put it over here. Number 1, 2, 3, and 5. Next thing you do is go to number 2, and you do half of this with 255 in this case. You Control X to cut and Control Shift V to mix paste it. And then you go to this amplify to make it half the volume to compensate for the double volume from mixing it together. And you get something like this. Now you get this whole thing selected, you copy this like Control C, and now you go back to number 1, Control Shift V, invert like this, and you get this. Now, over here, instead of doing 1/2, you do 1/3, which is 170. Then you cut, and make sure you turn this invert off, and then you do this. And same thing, except instead of 1/2, it's 1/3. Now, to get exactly 1/3, you need to press all these 3's in here. And there you go. And then you get a third harmonic of it. Now, get the whole thing selected, copy it, and then go to number 3. So you get this. And now you copy this, and put number 4, and make another one right here. You see why later. Okay, so now we go over here to this one right here, which is only clicks for right now. So what you want to do is first you want to get this calculator open like this, and that'll know for the last time. So now you just clear it and type in 7560 divided by 510 because it's a loop, and that's what you need to do. But we're going to make it 40 times the frequency, just divide by 14, you see why later. Okay, so now, 1/7 this is actually going to be 1080. So it's like this. Turn this off, invert. Like, make sure it's not invert, and then you keep cutting, mix, pasting it. Until you get this. Now, to make it 14, you just cut it in half like this. And there you go. But we're not done yet. We need to copy this, and without me doing it by accident, go over here at the very right. Make sure it's at the very edge though. Like, make sure this is actually the same as that. Actually, yeah, like that. And now, first of all, you go over here. You click the R button because I forgot that I did it in the wrong order. But anyways, you multiply by half the same, which is 22, like that number right here. So it's 20,050. And now you copy it. You go into this filter right here. Yeah, either way. Now you just click here like I did, and you do this. Next thing you do is go to the stretch thing, divide it by this number because that's 1/100th of it. Where every time you change the pitch like that, it always makes it slightly softer. So to compensate, you go over here. And now, because of the clicks, when you make a higher pitch after your filter added though. I mean when you put the filter on it, it also makes it quiet because you take out harmonics. So to compensate for that as well, take reciprocal and multiply it by, the select power 100 is 10,000. And then you copy and paste it over here. Also go to 510 because that's 1/3 of that number. And now you get something that sounds like this. So next thing you go is do the composition tool. Okay, what I did was I pressed sound clear first because there's something there, and I add selection. Make sure this is 1, and then you don't press OK, just press close. Then you go back over here and go to this composition tool again. Then you press OK. And I just did a half, and then you crop it so that's like this. Now you copy this, and you're going to mix paste over here. Okay, so we got all those harmonics done, but we're not done yet. We have to copy all 5 of these each, and mix paste it with the invert off 39 times. So we get this. Exact same thing over here. And we keep doing this. Okay, so next thing we need to do is go back to number 2, go to this filter tool, and this time we need something like this. Okay, make sure it's logarithmic and clear it out first. Drag it all the way to the very bottom. Make sure it's on spline curves. And this needs to be at -80. This will be at 40. Then just add a curve right here. Hold on, this needs to be at a higher number first. Oh, oops, I forgot. Make sure it's at log scale. And now if you do this, you go from this to this. You do the same thing over here. If I can find it. So from this to this. And now, this one, the only thing you need to do is, instead of 40, it should be 60. And instead of 80, it should be 120. So from this to this. Okay, so now we can combine these together. So let's copy this one and mix paste over here to get this. And then copy this and mix paste to get this. And now we're gonna do the same thing. Copy this one right here and mix paste over here. Now right now it sounds like a bass clarinet, but it sounds a little fake. So the next thing you do is you type in 150, which is exactly 1.5 times. So if you do this, and the same problem before, this the pitch thing, you need to do this. So now we have a Contralto Clarinet that sounds less fake. And if we go over here, it's an alto Nelinda, but it sounds kind of fake. So make it an octave lower, so you get this right here. Now it's a Contralto Nelinda. I know it's not a real instrument, but I'm going to invent it one day. And we're almost done. The next thing we do is this. Go back to this one right here. And I'm going to copy it, and we're going to paste it over here. Like 3 times. Also, now we need, before we continue pressing the samplers, is this divided by the loop, which is this number right here. So now, let me go over to, go over here though. First replace that with this number right here. Hold on, make sure it's gone. Okay, good. And this needs to be at 2. And this also needs to be at 0. And this needs to be at 0.25. So now it's going to sound like this. Doesn't sound good though, so do 2/3 of that, which is 1020. Now, there's not a problem here, but sometimes when I do that, this does not get affected. That's why I do this 3 times instead of 2. So now we have this. Yes, that's one way to make a baritone saxophone lower though by doing that. But that's not what we're trying to do here. I'm going to paste over here now. Go back over here. Let's just type in half of this. I'm going to cut. I'm going to paste it so we get this. Same thing over here. Yeah, anyways. I'm going to cut and paste it. But the difference is, instead of just select the whole thing or whatever, press 0 here, paste it here, and then you, well, go to invert to mix paste it. Because it's inverted the exact same thing, it just cancels out, so it becomes this, which you know is way too low for a baritone saxophone. Now then you take half of this would be 765 with this invert off, and now we get this. Now let me copy and mix paste it and loop it 39 times. Same thing with this one right here. Okay, so now when you go over here, so first thing you do is go back to, well, go passive, click on flat, and drag it all the way up. Then we need to go to 1500 with this. Next thing you need to do is go to, oh wait, okay, 3000 here, go to 0. Then this would be at 6000. And then you go to 12,000. So we have something that sounds like this. Then we go over here, and it sounds like this. Okay, now when you go over here to do the opposite, the only thing you need to change is this to be 0 and this to be 100. So we get this. Same thing over here. And now, if I go over here, copy this one, make this number 6. Then you put it to this one over here. Make sure this loop is off, and now we get this. Same thing over here, go 7, and then you go to number 3, and you mix paste it. Now we're not done yet, we're very close. All we have to do now is take half of this, and then we need to take 1/20 of this. Or we can also know as a 2. So that's how you create a Contralto Nelinda from a baritone saxophone. And now if we go over here to number 1, we're going to do half of this, which is this note right here, which is 15,300. And now take this number but make it 1/20, so it'll be 765. So we get to this right here. And that's how you create a Contralto Clarinet from a baritone saxophone. So now we went from this to this, and we also went from this to this. And that's all the tutorial is right now, so I'll see you later.